Hey there. Today's video is on the FATS formula, and this is a technique to help you maintain or lose weight in a way that doesn't make you feel so deprived. I am not the originator of the FATS formula. I learned it a few years ago when I taught healthcare sciences, and it is so simple yet effective. Effective. So you can reduce fats in your life, or it can be applied to sugar, sodium, carbs, you name it, all of the above. It's your choice. Stay tuned for more information. All right, so the FATS formula is an acronym, F.A.T.S. F stands for find the fat. But keep in mind, you can apply this to anything. Find the sugar, find the sodium, and it still works. Find all of it, okay? Whatever you need to do to get that thing going, okay? Now, after you find the facts, you have three options. A, T, S. Remember, A, T, and S in the FATS formula. Now, the A stands for avoid. This is like the best method if you want faster results. That's where you look at what you're going to eat. Remember, you're going to find it in whatever you're about to eat. That meal you're about to have next, or looking at your plate and figuring out what is not quite working here. What is high in fat or high in sugar. At that point, you choose to avoid it. A, T, trade it, or S, shrink it. Let's talk about those again. A, avoid it means what it sounds like. You just simply don't eat it. So maybe you are craving some McDonald's and you may decide to avoid French fries, where you only get the hamburger and that's it. You're not going to get hamburger and fries. And by saving those 300 to 500 calories, that's significant for the day. So imagine if you continue to do that day after day and you find things to avoid. Now notice in my example, I didn't say you had no McDonald's. I simply said you avoided one of the items. Or it may be that you're being really good and you avoid McDonald's altogether. Sometimes in life, you just have to say no. And maybe that day you choose to make a better choice. Now let's say you don't want to avoid. You want maybe, let's say, a hamburger of some sort. You want a sandwich. Well, you can trade it. The trade is what it sounds like. Swap it out for something else. So maybe instead of getting a fattening hamburger, beef, you might get a chicken burger, a turkey burger, a veggie burger. You still get the taste of having a burger, but you trade it out for something less fattening or less carby or with less sugar. And then S is to shrink the fat. Or again, if you're not doing fats, if you're doing sugar or carbs, shrink the carbs. Now, S means you're like, nope, I don't want to avoid. Nope, I don't want to trade. You simply eat less of it. So let's say you want that hamburger. You don't want it to be a turkey burger. You want beef. Okay? So what you're going to do is shrink it. Maybe cut it in half. Or you might shrink it by removing one of the loaves of bread, taking it off, and you have more of an open face style sandwich. So you still get that feel. Or maybe you, again, with those French fries, you're like, I don't want to avoid French fries. I don't want to swap them. I don't want them baked. I want some good old fried fries. I don't want to trade them. You can get a small fry instead of a large fry. So what you begin to do, guys, is with just throughout your day, you make smart decisions little by little. And those little decisions add up to major impacts down the line. So because all day you're either avoiding something, which is, again, the most, I guess, quickest and effective way, but that's not always practical. We're human. We love certain things. We have cravings. So then you may trade it. Maybe you want that pizza, but instead of getting a meat lover's pizza, you trade it for a veggie lover's pizza. Or S, you shrink it. Maybe you typically eat 4, 5, 6 slices of pizza, and you say, you know what? I'm only going to have 2. And every decision you make, that may reduce your calorie intake by hundreds by the end of the day, thus allowing you to maintain or lose that weight. And remember, you can also apply it to, again, other culprits, carbs, okay? Sugar. Maybe, again, you avoid the carb. You say, you know what? For this week, I'm going to avoid carbs. Or maybe for one meal, I will avoid carbs altogether. Or T, you trade it for a better carb. Maybe instead of getting white rice, you get brown rice, which does not break down as quickly in your system, causing insulin spikes, which can cause you to pad extra weight. So you can, again, trade the good carb for a bad carb. You get a sweet potato versus a white potato. You get 100% whole wheat pasta versus all white pasta. Or again, S, you shrink it. You don't want to trade it. You don't want to avoid it. So you bring it down to a smaller quantity. Maybe instead of that large bowl of carbs, you have a small bowl of carbs. And again, those small steps along the way, big results. So what I find myself doing, guys, is I've done it so much throughout the years, it becomes a part of my routine of just simply of either A, avoiding it, T, trading it, or S, shrinking it. Try your best to do this every step of the way throughout your weight loss journey or your maintenance journey and see what it provides for you. Do you find yourself making wise decisions? And don't, my camera was being a hater and cut off on this good weight loss information, okay? As I was saying, do you find yourself making wiser decisions throughout the day? And I was about to say, don't beat yourself up if you sometimes just don't make the decision to A, avoid, T, trade, and S, shrink. Live a little here and there, just not too often, don't get too carried away. But start tracking. Are you consciously making these choices on a consistent basis? It takes the consistency, guys, to have a consistent set of results. I hate for you to be doing all that work, but because of a lack of consistency, you don't really see the scale move in a way that matters to you. But I also don't want you to be so obsessed with weight loss that you give up and give out before you have a chance to see true results. Now, keep in mind that with this F.A.T.S formula, if you do it correctly, you can again save hundreds of calories within a given day. Let's say with one decision, you save 200 calories. Another, you save 100 calories. Another, you save 200. It's possible that at the end of that day, you saved 500 calories. Well, 500 calories times 7 days a week is 3,500 calories. That is what 1 pound equals. And you have now lost 1 pound that week. And notice in my examples, I still gave you foods that you actually may like. Now, I'm not saying that, guys, along the way, you still don't need to eat overall healthy. Eat more fruits, eat more vegetables, eat lean protein. But you can have those moments when you still enjoy some of those foods that you love if you apply the A, the T, and the S. Remember, find the culprit, okay? Avoid it, trade it, or shrink it. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful to you. I'm going to be adding other videos to my channel on health. If you have not been following me, my page's, I guess, theme or motto is hair, health, and happiness. I do discuss my locks, these micro locks that you see in my hair. And I'm expanding to the health aspect. That's one thing that's also a passion of mine that I would love to share with you all. Just stay tuned. And I hope you like and subscribe. And I will kick out some more videos. I believe I'm going to do in the future a video on intermittent fasting. I've done that in the past and actually got good results. I lost about 10 to 15 pounds doing that. And since then, I'm kind of back on that F.A.T.S formula sort of tip with maintaining what I've lost. So, again, I hope you got some good information. And as I always say, have a good day.